Wow. We're gonna start this thing over, okay? I'm driving and I hope I don't hit nobody. Yeah, we're giving it a couple seconds because I gotta redo this. I'm driving. I'm about to stop. Okay, y'all, give it like 20 more seconds and I'm gonna go ahead and start. Look at my phone. Okay, y'all, so this is a channeled message, all right, for stars, star seeds. If you feel like you have galactic DNA, if you feel like you are someone very special, very important, this is a channeled message for you, okay? So, yeah, that was weird. All right, now, before when the live ended, whatever, we was talking about getting out of the matrix, getting out of the illusion, getting out of the fantasy, the spell, okay? So boom, let's get into it. Now, if you are a star, if you are some sort of star seed, there has been things put in place to stop you from getting to the place that you need to get to. Whether this be your family, whether this be your boyfriend, whether this be your lineage, whether this be anything that's been put against you, okay? So, sorry guys, I'm trying to find somewhere to park, but let's get it going. So, there is a matrix that we are in, okay? Of course, we all know that we as star children, as star seeds, with people with galactic DNA, they do not want us to know the strengths and capabilities that we have, right? So funny enough, you guys, I was looking up some research. I was researching the other day, okay, and it was almost as if God was telling me. He said, listen to everything, like listen to the listen to the previews as well, or the trailers, right? So boom, I'm listening to the trailers and there is this trailer. Funny enough, I have not seen the trailer since then. It was like, if she wakes up, then the rest of them wake up. Do you know what we've done? And this is a movie, this is a trailer that's coming out, right? So say for instance, you are a star seed, you are a someone who has psychic gifts, you are someone who has gifts that are going to be used in the new era, right? um there are a lot of stipulations that come to place when these type of gifts are within you. Now the next question comes to place is, how would they know that you have these gifts? There are things at the hospitals that we go through, and that our children go through, that we have no idea that they go through. So boom, let's say for instance you are a premature child, right? Let's say for instance that you have your child before 9 months. You go in and they take your child, they do an amount of seizures, tests, and things like that on your child, right? You have no idea what they're doing, what they're putting in your child here. But I'm coming to like this realization that just how we have astrology, things like that, they do as well. So like when I mean they, as in like the higher ups, the people who make the orders, the people who basically are trying to block us from learning and developing who we are, right? So they take your child, and now you're waiting for your child, you're sleeping, you're under all these antibiotics, medications, right? So you're not truly worried about your child because they're supposed to be able to take care of your child, right? So when they take your child, they make sure that they examine their brain activity. They make sure that they examine certain things that you wouldn't know that they were examining if you were to look at something with the human eye, right? Or if you were to examine something with the eye of someone who is not educated in something like this, right? So they check your child's DNA, they check your child's the insides or something. They can detect something that's different, okay? So say for instance, when I was born at 6 months. I was born very, very premature, right? So I was thinking, you guys, and I'm feeling like all of this shit is a part of the matrix. Like, even things as if, like, okay, say for instance you have a child and your child is premature. Why is your child premature and the rest of your family's children are full term? There's something special about your child. Why are you growing up in an environment of family where you feel outcasted? Because there's something special about you. Why does no one support you and you support them? Because they know that there's something special about you, whether that be consciously or subconsciously. Now, the real thing that comes into place, you guys, is what the fuck is the matrix, right? So there's a lot of us that are in the industry. There's a lot of us that are in things that we have no idea, right? So before my live cut off, before this, I was talking about Sloan Bella, all right, and how she was talking, or how she would talk about Tupac, things like that. And I was watching this video of her, right? And she was explaining Leah's background story, and basically you know how she got started in the industry. And basically I was also watching John Bonet. I don't know, I know a lot of y'all have heard about this little girl who got killed by, we don't even know yet, but it seems to be her parents, y'all. So the little girl who got killed, right, she was sold to the industry as a child, right? So her dad was into the sex industry, her dad was into things like that. But the girl, she was meant to be a star. She has star qualities in her birth chart, right? So, like I was saying, get out, right? There's two paths that you can take. You can either take the right path or you can take the left path, right? What is the right path? The right-handed path is the path of light, the path of God. The left-handed path is the path of the devil, the path of the beast, things like that, right? So boom, sorry guys. I ain't gonna let it, I refuse to let this video go out, but my camera keep falling. Okay, so boom, now we come into the process of talking to stars and talking to star seeds, meaning people who have very, very star qualities, but they feel as if you know what I'm saying, they can't do something themselves, so they get into the industry, right? They get into the industry hoping and praying that these people help them, when these people are basically, you know what I'm saying, um selling their souls, or I guess these people are convincing them to sell their souls. So you'll have these people, you have many of people who have these star qualities, and you'll have like your parents who don't support you, or you'll have that really jealous sibling who makes your life hard, or you have all these obstacles, bullying, illusions, things like that, that try to stop you from understanding that not only are you a divine individual, but you are someone who is going to be able to help the collective of the humanity, right? So with that being said, no one really wants to talk about star seeds. No one really wants to talk about stars. No one really wants to talk about the deep shit that really comes with this shit, right? So say for instance, a lot of times in the Bible it says, Christianity and the devil was a preacher, correct? Or not a preacher. Oh, geez, the devil's in the choir, right? The devil rules over the industry because, okay, when you are a light being, you're automatically musically inclined, right? When you think about gospel, gospel means good news, right? So when you have a healer who is supposed to be healing someone through music, rather this be like Tupac or Whitney Houston, right? And they don't know their full potential of the spiritual aspects of who they are, right? Because think about this, you guys, the industry, you know how we'll see like, okay, this person, they are star seed, or this person, they are for the heavens. But you got to understand that the devil can also use you, because just how God gave you all these star qualities, the industry can use you to basically exploit you, to exploit your gifts, right? To not basically you know help you to use the gifts that you need. So back to when I was watching Sloan Bella, right? She was saying how Tupac, how Whitney Houston, they both had a very spiritual type of, it was Tupac, Whitney Houston, and also Selena, right? Hispanic singer. She had a very, very spiritual type of calling, right? So basically her duty was to influence people through the music, but at the same time influence people within the rest of that as well. So music was going to get her the influence that she needed, but she was supposed to go through that spirituality part of herself in order for her to actually help and, like, expand people. But because the industry is so corrupt, right, they don't want you to gain that spiritual aspect of yourself, because once you do, you no longer need them. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, it's almost as if, like, I want to make this message because there's so many people who say, okay, I want to be a musician, I want to be an artist, right? You need to know the ins and outs of this stuff, right? You need to understand that the people, what they show you, what they possess is not truly what they possess, not truly what they have, right? Because a lot of these people, right, you'll go into a business and you need your mind, body, spirit, right? But a lot of these people, they get rich and they're still sad, or they're still lacking, you guys, because they don't have that spiritual essence. Now, us as spiritualists, us as healers, us as empaths, it's very important for us to basically, you know what I'm saying, gain a perspective of your shadow and light attributes, so that when you do go into situations like this, you can't be fooled, right? So now this comes to the second um thing that I kind of want to discuss. There's probably been a lot of you who have no idea how important, how special you are, or how important and special your purpose is, right? By the age of 3, I've had I had been tried I had how do you say this? By the time I was 3 years old, I had been somebody had tried to kill me at least 3 times, right? So my cousin tries to drown me, right? Guys, my cousin tried to drown me. I went into a coma. That was the first time. Um then my other cousin, she locked me outside with dogs, pit bulls, right? At 3 years old, in the heat. At and you guys, I live in Texas, so it's like hundreds and thousands of degrees, right? I wasn't supposed to live past birth, literally. When I was born, they asked my grandmother, they said, "Who do you want to save, your daughter or your granddaughter?" And I still don't know what the fuck they said, y'all. So you got to understand, there's so many things that you're not supposed to live past. When I was with my ex, he was literally sent to me, you guys, to destroy me so that I would not elevate to this potential that I am right now, right? So let's go into that. Let's step into the relationship aspect. All right. Sorry, I had a message. Let's step into the relationship aspect. Now, there's somebody sent to you, and you thinking this person is your twin flame, and they're not, right? They're a karmic person for you, but you're spending time with this person. You're giving this person all of your energy, and you're not knowing that this person is somebody sent to you to destroy you, right? So that's the thing about it. So you have these people where you were supposed to be a superstar, but you couldn't do it because of the simple fact that you had a boyfriend who trapped you with a baby, or you had a friend group who constantly told you or asked you to do things that were not for your highest vibration. Now, there's been so many people, your mothers, your grandmothers, who couldn't accomplish what they needed to accomplish because of the obstacles placed on them that weren't even their fault, right? So it's important for us to be able to discern, so that you're able to understand, okay, if this person is coming towards me for my evolution or for my destruction, right? Because you'll have people who come towards you to literally destroy you, right? And if they don't do that, they'll continuously come. They'll continuously come. They'll continuously come, right? And you're thinking, oh, well, damn, this person must love me. But no, they haven't completed their mission, y'all. So this is the thing about it. Remember I told you guys about this dream that I had about basically this person, they were on the mountains, right? And it was almost as if it was a whole bunch of vultures, a whole bunch of hawks. It was like they were being scolded because they did not destroy me, right? So I think that it's a whole bunch of spiritual warfare, but it's bigger than we think. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's almost as if we have to download our DNA. We have to do this shit, y'all, because they're going to keep backtracking. It's going to keep backtracking. It's never going to expand. We're never going to get to the era of Aquarius. And my thing is, why don't they want us to get to this era? What's so important about this era? What I think is going to happen is going to change the whole monarchy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's going to be a woman who's going to be in charge when the era of Aquarius comes around, and that's what they don't want. They don't want a feminine to be in charge, but I don't understand because men are misogynists or men are tyrants nowadays, especially in the US. All right. Now, um when it comes as far as, you know what I'm saying, being a ride or die, and this is for my women. This is not for girls, this is for women. If you are a woman, you need to understand this. You are not inclined to ride or die for someone who has not married you. You are not inclined to ride and die for somebody who will not do the same thing for you if you was in the exact same situation. And that's how they get us to basically give up our moral structure for these men for these things, because it's almost as if we're supposed to do it, right? It's in the Bible, right? But if you're with someone who is not taking care of you, who cannot support you, then why the fuck are you riding for that person? Why? Because it's a matrix. It's all meant to pull us down in some way. All of it. All of it. So that's why when you guys come to me with these readings, I don't want y'all to keep coming to me with the readings on, oh, who's my divine counterpart, or oh, who am I in love with? No, 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 no. What y'all need to be coming to me talking about is, what is my life purpose? What do I need to be doing right now? You should not be coming to me asking me about a guy who clearly don't care about you, because you wouldn't be getting a reading on him. You see what I'm saying? I want my women to step up and understand that our position, our power here is very, very important. And if you keep letting these men, these structures overstep us, then we're never going to get to the things that we need to get to, period. And it's like, you have all these people, these women, they're coming, you spending money to learn about a nigga. Ooh, whew, y'all get me riled up. I'm sorry. You spending money to learn about a guy who not even spending money on you, can't even take you out, can't even respond back to you. No, ma'am, no sis, no Pam, no ham, no turkey. No, we're not doing that no more. If you come to me, y'all, I'm not just a regular reader. I don't give a fuck about the money. I swear to God, I don't. I don't care about the money. I was monetized on YouTube for months before I actually even pressed the monetization button on my videos. I don't care about the money. It's way more about other things. It's so much more things that you guys could be going to a psychic reader for. You see what I'm saying? If you want to learn about the future, fuck that nigga. Fuck that guy. Fuck him. Because at the end of the day, they're going to come. Ask me about what your purpose is. Ask me about what you need to be doing. Ask me about how you need to be getting money. That's what the fuck you need to be focusing on. Don't be focusing on them, because guess what? When you focus on someone else, you take a focus off of what you're supposed to be doing, and that's the purpose, right? So everybody's so consumed in this twin flame unions and all these things, and we watching these readings like day and night, trying to learn about this one person, and this person not even thinking about you, right? Y'all, we have to get our morals intact. I am not a regular reader. I am not a regular spiritualist. I'm going to get on your ass. If I feel like you coming to me multiple times for the same person, and last time we went over this, and I told you was cheating on you, or last time we went over this, and I told you what was up, and you still coming, we're going to have a talk. For real. Sister to sister. Because this is some real shit. There's so much more in the world that we have to be worried about, y'all. Like, get y'all heads in the game. We got to get our heads in the game. If you need to talk to me, if you need advice, go ahead, talk to me. Matter of fact, what I'm gonna do is I'll probably get a whole nother phone, y'all, just so y'all can call me, text me, FaceTime me, whatever, y'all. If you need me, email me. If you have a question for me, email me. If you want something to tell me, email me. Simple. Simple. All right. So I love you guys. I will see you guys probably on Monday. All right.